And we talked about this like a couple of days ago. The Tarkov Twitter put out this this field guide. And the cool part is there's a recognizable voice narrating.
Escape From Tarkov by Battlestate Games. In this series, we'll introduce newcomers to the mechanics and nuances of the game and divvy out the knowledge of experienced players.
It looks like 41. This dude, the guy that was the voice of USEC 3, who is the voice of USEC 3, was contracted by BSG to do some voiceover work, do some VO work for the trailers. Well, not so much the trailers, but the field guide videos that they're editing now. Instead of having like community guys for like the last, I don't know, 6-7 years, instead of having community guys like myself or Deadly Slob or Pestily or Veritas or Jesse Kazam or the multitude of other YouTubers, Tweak, back in the day that were making like new player guides, BSG is finally taking it upon themselves to do it instead. The coolest part about this is when I DM'd 40 to be like, hey man, because 40's been a sub here forever. When I first became a streamer, I interviewed him actually when he became the voice of USEC 3. I interviewed him about it just to see like, what his history was like and everything, and we made a video out of it, which was pretty cool. And then he ended up being just somebody that subbed the channel ever since the beginning, and like bought one of my hoodies back when we had like the OG like logo hoodie back, like the old logo, not even like the current logo. So like, and he says it's his favorite hoodie ever. Like he's been a total bro. But I DM'd him about this and asked him about what was going on with it, and then he said this: I was going to give you some insider info. I'm going to be voicing another character in Tarkov, but that's all I can say. And then he said, you're going to love it. And I asked if it was a bad guy or not, and he said, I can't answer that. All I can say is it's going to be expected and come completely out of left field. So there's a new character that's going to get introduced to the game. I don't know what role they're going to play or what they're going to do, but he's going to be voicing something in Tarkov, like the core game, at some point in the near future. And I don't know what they're going to do here. This might be like a slow build. They could end up doing like a 3 to 4 month run up, because or a 2 to 3 month run up, I guess, because now it's the beginning of April. There's a couple of months left in the standard wipe cycle, because it's typically about 6 months. Last wipe being like end of December. So it could be over the next couple of months they end up building up to this character reveal that is voiced by 40, which I think would be pretty sweet. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He could be voicing a boss. There could be like a USEC style boss that has its own unique voice line. It could end up being a quest giver or somebody that's part of the storyline. There's a million different things that he could do here. Even though like he tends to just kind of use a very like militaristic, authoritative sounding voice, like that is his voice. He's got a pretty deep voice. I've heard some of the things that he is capable of doing outside of like his normal stuff, and he can throw his voice around like crazy when he wants to. The cool thing about him is if he ends up voicing a character, I think it will end up being something where it won't be as recognizable right away, but now that he said something, we'll know that it's him, if that makes sense. So I think it'll be cool to see what it ends up being, Yeah, maybe he's gonna voice Peacekeeper, who knows? But yeah, so that's it. Was just like little short like little news tidbit that I thought was interesting that figured I'd share with y'all. So kind of cool.